The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Texas Wine Auction Foundation. Hey everybody, wine lovers, listen up. There is an upcoming event that you don't want to miss. Dave Bryant is joining us to tell us more about the event that he co-founded called the Texas Wine Auction Foundation. A very cool thing. Dave, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. And you were born and raised in Napa Valley, so you know wine inside and out.
I do.
Yeah, but you came here to Texas to put down some roots. What drew you to our wine growing area?
So Texas is it's an amazing wine growing area because you have such a giant state that you can really find any type of microclimate and great place to grow grapes anywhere in the state. But what drew us here is the opportunity out in Fredericksburg. Growing like crazy, and it kind of reminded me, my family, as Napa Valley in the 1980s or 90s.
Oh man, when I heard from my in-laws that it was free to go to tastings, and I've been to Napa Valley in the last couple of years, that's no longer the case.
Not free anymore. In fact, those were the good old days.
The good old days. Okay, talk to us about what the Texas Wine Auction Foundation supports, because it's actually two really cool different arms.
Yeah, it's an amazing organization that we co-founded a few years ago. We support sustainability within Texas wine industry. So we fund all kinds of cool things through the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, as well as things like scholarships and fun things for kids to try and keep them in our industry. But the heart and soul really is all about mental health. Mm-hmm. So within Fredericksburg and Gillespie County and kind of the greater Hill Country area, we've worked really, really hard to kind of identify what the needs were. And so if you're a hospitality professional, you work in a vineyard or work at a winery or a hotel, you can come to us and we will help refer you out to agencies that we fund in part and in whole to help you with counseling and professional growth and all these cool things that I think really helps the people that end up helping you when you come out to visit Fredericksburg.
Wonderful. When I think about customer service, because I've had a lot of customer service jobs, I think about the fact that a smile cannot leave your face while you're on shift the entire time. Yep. And sometimes that can be really draining, even have a negative impact on your mental health. What are some of the services that you found that people are really needing?
So those mental health and the counseling services have been amazing. So we've funded and helped 300 individuals within our industry go and do these counseling services and gotten amazing feedback on helping them with their stress levels, helping them with their blood pressure, helping them deal with things that maybe aren't necessarily associated with the wine industry, but in other areas of their life to make them more fulfilled and more happy, and ultimately, hopefully help them be better servers and winemakers and people out there growing grapes.
Absolutely, and better creative minds, because Fredericksburg, as you said, is still a growing area. Yeah. My family just came in town. They could not believe how many wineries there are out there now. How have funds raised to date? And I'm going to say $750,000 in the last 3 years. Huge. Impacted the community. What do you feel like is the feedback there?
So we've deployed a lot of those funds, and we still have some in reserve that we're using for innovative things. Like our big announcement this year is we're funding actual counselors to go into the Fredericksburg ISD middle school and high schools.
Lovely.
So we'll pay for that in partnership with Create Healthy, which is Methodist Hospital in Fredericksburg. But we've been able to do all kinds of cool things. We're working on creating new American viticultural areas, which are really, really neat, and they kind of help to better define our industry from a grape growing standpoint. Sustainability projects through Texas A&M, doing research projects of how much water are we using, what's the soil types, how can we really try and make the best Texas wine possible, but also give it a sustainable future. And then, we've founded things like Grafted, which is a women's empowerment kind of group that we help fund, and it really helps kind of create paths and help women that are in the wine industry to become more prominent within the industry.
Because right now it is a minority, isn't it?
It is, but there's some phenomenal men, obviously, but there's so many amazing women, and the dirty little secret in the wine industry is that women actually have way more taste buds than men do. So this goes back to hunter-gatherer days, right? Guys were out there clubbing stuff. Women were tasting berries and making sure that they weren't poisonous.
Oh,
right? So not only are they probably smarter than we are, they actually have more taste buds, which makes but it makes them phenomenal winemakers, great tasters of wine. And with everything going on in Fredericksburg and all the parties and the bachelorettes, there's definitely lots of wine to drink.
Absolutely, good sommeliers. I love that. All right, talk to me about what's unique about your upcoming auction. There's a silent and a live version, but basically you want to take the stuffiness out of it.
Yeah, there's no pretentiousness in I think most of Texas wine. We've all been to, being in the wine industry, I've been to a bunch of wine events, and a lot of them are very snooty.
Noses
that's
in the air.
Not at all what we're trying to do. We throw a party first. We want to have fun. Obviously, we want to raise as much money as possible, but we're using local chefs to create phenomenal meals. We have over 40 wineries involved this year, so you can come taste wines from 40 different wineries, which is tough to do in one place a lot of the time.
Sure is.
And we, the silent auction, I think we're at 80 or 90 items now. We'll have 15 live auction items, trips to other wine regions, crazy giant bottles, all kinds of really cool things that go to support our causes through the 501c3.
Where it's like a Jeroboam, the wine bottles get huge and then they get like king names.
Yeah, so we've actually started this year one. We do a 15 liter, right, which is like, it's a giant bottle of wine. And this year, I think we've got 19 different wineries that we blended their wine to go into one bottle. So it's an incredibly special bottle. Our favorite sponsor has bought it 3 years in a row, and he's told us this year he's not going to do it. But I still am holding hope that I think he's going to make it happen.
Okay, and of course, KXAN's own Erica Brennis is going to be emceeing it, so we want to give a shout out to her. And then real quickly, just remind me, limited tickets, what's the date? We want people to get in.
Saturday, April 26th in Fredericksburg at Archway Resort. Amazing spot. Again, limited tickets. We're down to like, I think 15 tickets left. So get your tickets now. If you can't join us in person, you can go to the TexasWineAuctionFoundation.com or TexasWineAuction.com to donate, to check out these silent auction items, as well as, give us a call when you're coming to Fredericksburg. Come hang out and have a good time.
Yeah, you guys are doing some really cool stuff for the ground and for the people too. All right, we really appreciate your time, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, get your tickets for the event now. As you heard, those tickets are running low. Head to TexasWineAuction.com to learn more. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Texas Wine Auction Foundation.